Hey guys, welcome to the lab and another episode of Sundaze with the Clink Room. Today, we're joined by Glen Coco out of Stockbridge, Georgia. Glen, how are you?
What's up? I'm great. How are you?
Good. Thank you. Appreciate you jumping on and spending some time with us to kind of get to know you. Occasionally, I like to open the floor and get different perspectives. So you are an active member of the Clink community. I see you all the time in the comments. I see you all the time in the comments on the MEC show. So I wanted to extend the invite and get you on the show. So I'm excited to have you.
Right on. It's a privilege and an honor to be here.
Awesome. So that people can kind of get to know you a little bit better, what kind of drew you first into collecting fitteds? Was there a particular hat or moment that kind of really sparked it for you?
Baseball was my first love. So, along with baseball comes baseball hats. So
Right.
I've been into hats since I was a kid. And growing up in the metro Atlanta area, you're automatically a Braves fan. So I've always been into hats, and I guess I discovered Clink Room a little over a year ago, year and a half maybe. Just from a Facebook ad, really.
Right.
Thought it was cool stuff. Checked it out, and I got my first order, and it was over.
Do you remember what your first Clink Room order was?
This was actually my first hat.
Nice.
Matt Bells and Whistles.
The two cans.
Yes, it's my favorite. Okay. It's the one that started it all for me.
Right. Has your taste evolved or changed since you started collecting?
I don't think so. I mostly collect like food and beverage are my main things, because I worked in the food industry for 26 years, general manager, all the way down to everything else, every position.
Right.
So I do gravitate towards the food designs, the alcohol designs, some of the sports. I do like sports a lot. But yeah.
Are there any grails you're still hunting down?
Oh yeah, everybody's got those.
You have any off the top? I'm not putting you on the spot, but are any that you're looking for particularly that kind of like haunt you?
Getting into Clink so late, you miss a ton of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm always seeing stuff like I really want. Like there's two that come to mind right now. One is what's it called? It's the one with the pumpkin and it's the self-made. Self-made is one of them I want to get.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big horror fan too, so
yeah,
the horror themed hats are my go-to as well.
Who are some of your favorite artists in the Clink Room?
Definitely Josh Voles.
It's his birthday today, so happy belated, Josh.
Right on.
By the time he sees this, it'll be over. But happy belated, Josh Voles.
Yeah, happy birthday, bro. Josh Voles definitely. Jacobo, Sierra, so many good ones. I don't even like naming them because I know I'd forget people.
Right.
Right. You don't want to not name people that you love.
Fair. Are you someone who wears everything you buy, or do you like to keep certain pieces like Deadstock?
No, I wear everything. I don't keep my stickers on. But that's just me. I love wearing them.
Right. Are you active in any of the online forums, Facebook groups, Discords?
The buy sell trade group
Right.
on Facebook. I'm in that one. We're very active in that one.
Cool.
Um, Not in anything else. Just the the Instagram and um like you said, the MEC, your show.
Right. The buy sell trade group can get kind of dangerous sometimes. Like you'll be hopping on and some people be letting stuff go below retail. Like, oh damn, I need to start mine. Um,
Yeah.
with me being in Canada, it severely limits how I get stuff now with the new rules and regulations. And I think there's some changes going the other way now. It's going to be harder for us to ship stuff out to your country, unfortunately. But I'm sure that stuff will work itself out. Hopefully soon. But we'll kind of see.
Yeah.
Are there any friends or connections you've kind of made through the different groups, or some of the people that you've kind of met that kind of stand out to you?
Yeah, I've had some good conversations and chattings with several artists. I'm friends with Heather Creature.
Mhm.
I've chatted a lot with Flanagan, um, Soundwave. But yeah, the community's chock full of great people.
Mhm. So, growing up in Stockbridge, like, what's the fitted culture or kind of landscape around? Do you know any locals that collect, or is it mostly just online?
I don't, and I've only seen one clink hat out,
Okay.
like in the wild, as they
Right.
say, one time in my life so far, and that's it. Which is cool, but at the same time, you don't have anybody around that you can relate with.
Right. I don't think I've seen one in the wild. Like, I've gone into the wild with people wearing clinks, so I don't know if that counts. Like when I went to the Padres game last year, Photo Renzi, friend that came with us, was wearing a clink hat. I was wearing clink hat, and Casey was wearing clink hat. So I don't know if that counts, but um, yeah, I don't know if I've ever like just like dead stopped someone and was like, "Damn, he's wearing clink hat." So I'm always on the lookout. But you mentioned the Braves, but are there any local teams that you also follow? Are you strictly Atlanta guy or?
um, for basketball, I'm a Hawks fan.
Mhm.
Um, Atlanta Dream for the WNBA. Um, I've got out of hockey once we'd lost the Thrashers.
Right.
That was heartbreaking. Was a big Thrashers fan. And I'm more of a college football fan than a pro football. Georgia Tech is my team.
Okay. All right. Good. Luckily you said Georgia Tech because they still have a new era contract because Georgia doesn't anymore. Um, I think they're strictly Nike. But all right, Glenn, appreciate you taking the time to do that quick little kind of meet and greet. Let's kind of jump in and see what happened with the Clink Room this week. So they had
Right
themselves
on.
a Deadstock Drop. So for those who don't know, these hats were going to show off. You won't have to wait the pre-order period, but not all of them will be available in full size runs. So the first four, we got Wizard's Work, Ring of Fire, Apocalypse, and Cursed Kings. So this is from that pre-order that ended around the end of the year, where they took the top-selling hats, flipped them for a fresh colorway, and then added the Clink Classics patch. So the highest number of sales of hats that delivered in 2024. Um, any thoughts on these three?
Um, Obviously they're all great. They're classics. So
Right.
I mean, there's not much else you can say about them. They're all great. I own Cursed Kings. I got it in the purple colorway.
Hmm.
Um, the rest of them I don't have, but I would love to have. They're great designs, great logos.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I like the fact that Ring of Fire, it's an eclipse, right? So the original is all black. This one's all blue. So it's almost like the before and after shot of
yeah.
the eclipse. That's pretty damn cool. Apocalypse is a really unique and fresh take on that colorway. that kind of like green monochrome, and I think they did a really good job with the recolor for Curse Kings. So they took it out of that purple black colorway and put it on this kind of um, gray black hat and kind of let the logo kind of shine. So um, it's pretty cool. Wizards Works pretty rad too. Reminds me of like a Smurf hat almost. The way they kind
Yeah,
of colored it.
I can see that.
Yeah, but all right, cool. All right, and moving forward, the next two that we'll cover. These are the other two from that same pack, but they have since sold out, so there's no opportunity to get these. But what are your thoughts on Neon Chief, Red Cloud, and Phantom?
Those went super fast.
Yeah,
Phantom is super fun. Great design. It's cute. It's fun. Neon Chief, solid design, solid hat. No matter what recolor or OG recolor, they're all great. Um, yeah, I own the OG Red Cloud, and I would love to get the Phantom.
yeah, both really good too. Um, the Phantom is strictly like an inverse of what it originally was, and it turned out so cool.
Yeah,
Um, and the Red Chief. I think there was some issues with certain sizes, so maybe that's partially why they didn't have a lot land on the Deadstock Drop. With some delivering, and I know New Era's production has been all out of whack since they've started to move some of the work away from China and into like Bangladesh and Laos and Myanmar and all these different countries. So I hope they really do fix that issue soon or straighten out. But this was a great Deadstock Drop. I mean, um, you had the
yeah,
6 pack drop from the hats that did the best. So hopefully a lot of people got the pre-order, and if you didn't, you had a chance to catch the Deadstock. But moving forward, we have the last calls. So these next 6 designs, their pre-order ends tonight at midnight Eastern. So make sure you guys get your pre-order in and get it in early so you don't have to depend on the dead stock drop. So, any thoughts on Adelita's Nightmare or Raw Nature?
this class of Last Call is a really strong group. Um, I love Hakobo. I love his cultural designs, his stuff like Nightmare. Um, I love it all. Like I love how he brings his culture and educates you on different stuff like Adelita's. Um, just reading the description on it. Um, I had no idea about that kind of stuff, and now I do. So, I mean, uh, Hakobo's awesome. I really do like the wind design as well. At first, I was kind of on the fence, but it grew on me, and I really like the colorway of it as well.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna echo a lot of the same things that you said with Hakobo's. Like even though the design might not relate to us directly at first, but then once you kind of figure out what he's doing, what he's standing for, it's a really powerful and good design.
Yeah,
And then with Nightmare, maybe not such a crazy backstory, just a fun little pun, Nightmare, Nightmare, Um, and then Raw Nature. Me, I'm not huge on the landscape, scenescape kind of designs.
yeah, I'm not really either.
I would have just preferred a bear, but then, at least he's trying to do something different and kind of mix it up, I guess. But for me, a lot of these details do get muddied up a little bit in embroidery. So we'll see how it comes out. I mean, Clink does a great job. And hopefully they don't take on a project that doesn't turn out well. So we'll see kind of how it goes. But moving forward, we got Pieces of Home, another win piece, Lionheart Legion, and then Black Cat Jack, Raphael, and the Fitted Raven teamed up for this one. What are your thoughts here?
I love Pieces of Home. Anything horror or sci-fi just really speaks to me. It's in my wheelhouse. Um, a lot of details on it, yeah. But hopefully it'll turn out great. Um, Lionheart Legion, super strong design. Um, Milos doesn't miss. You know, he's one of the greats. And Black Cat Jack, I got to get that one as a Black Cat dad. That's a
Yeah,
must have for me.
yeah. I have a black cat as well.
Right on.
That's definitely a cool one. I kind of wish he like did something where maybe the tail stuck out of the back, or maybe like the bottom paw kind of rested on the bottom lip or the mouth or something. But it's a cool piece nonetheless.
Yeah.
Out of the cats though, I think I do prefer the lion just a little bit, but both really strong, really cool designs. To me, like the shape of the pumpkin is a little off. Doesn't really feel supernatural, but yeah, I'd rank them Lionheart Legion, Black Cat Jack, and then Pieces of Home personally. But all strong pieces. I mean, this is a good kind of a 6 pack of pre-orders, I would say. But yeah, make sure you guys get your pre-order in and shock drop. So this one dropped, I believe, Friday night, Thursday night, Friday night. My days are all become mushed together, but OG Clinker. So this one got the classics treatment. Ephra and Catfiend teamed up this time in almost like a Sacramento Kings kind of colorway, or even old school LA Kings. I know Catfiend's a big LA Kings fan as well, so kind of like that Gretzky um, Burger King era for the Kings. Luke Robitaille, Martin McSorley, a little bit past that actually. But yeah, what are your thoughts on this shock drop?
It's cool. Not really for me, but I do love the colorway.
Yeah,
Real rich. Um, yeah, I mean it's a great hat. It's just not something, in my wheelhouse, but that's the great thing about Clink. It's something for everybody.
right. I I like the color initially. I just think there's a couple color changes I would have opted to do. So basically, they took the black outlines out and replaced it with like purple. I probably would have did it like a darker purple just to show a little bit more contrast. I feel like they lose a little bit of the boldness of like the dark black outlines on it. Um,
Yeah.
but other than that, I think it's a cool hat. It's a cool colorway. It could be for either Kings team you search for that you cheer for, whether it's Sacramento or the LA Kings. But yeah, it's a smooth hat for sure. I believe I had this in the Padres colorway if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, anytime Ephra does a logo, it's usually pretty damn good. So um, all right, moving forward, these next 20 designs they're going to be on crits on Monday. So make sure if you see anything that you like, that you vote early and often to try to get them in the shop on Friday. So head over to the Clink Room stories on Monday morning and vote for the ones you like. So starting off with Bowler Ballers, Jake and Todd teamed up for this one. What are your thoughts here?
I like this logo a lot. It's fun. Um, Smoking a cigar. I like cigars, so uh, I immediately liked this one. I like the action with the flipping coin.
Right.
Uh, I They did post a different colorway that I liked better than this one, but I would still vote for it and get it. Oh, sorry, there's Charlie, one of my
Okay.
one of my cats.
It's all right. Yeah. Um, I'm not sure why they have that kind of swoosh. Is that like signifying like that's where the coin will go? If he's flipping the coin into the into the cup, maybe I don't know. I think I could do without the line because originally I thought maybe that's a ball, but he's the ball.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I'm not sure about the swoosh line either. I don't remember it being there. Maybe I just overlooked it
right, right.
the first time I saw it.
Definitely a smooth piece. I don't know if he needs the coin, but either way, uh, I like the colorway. It's kind of like this like Vegas gold tan on black. Uh, but yeah. Smooth little piece, cool little character too, kind of like a Humpty Dumpty character. Don't love the hat up here, but you know they could fix that easily. But yeah, smooth piece for sure. Number 2, Rattling Nightmare, Matt Bells and Whistles, kind of continuing his like kind of sci-fi series with this one. What are your initial thoughts?
I like this series he's created. I like this one. I like the colorway. Um, I really liked the dragon design from last week. And then there's a couple of more he's done. But yeah, I've told him I really like this series he's created.
Yeah. This reminds me of that one that he had the dragons, like the I think it was called Big Trouble or something like that, where the dude was trapped between multiple dragons. So that this guy, I don't know if I like this character here. I don't know how I would change it. It's the problem is his scale, right? Like he wants to show that this is like a big, scary, like kind of like skull guy, but then he has this kind of like wispy silhouette. I don't know. I just think that doesn't really add anything to it potentially. But I do like this part of it. I like a good black and kind of like a lime green or kind of like a volt neon green. I'm always for that. So kind of smooth. I just don't know what this character is doing here.
Yeah.
Just kind of just posing there. But other than that, I like the series for sure. I like Matt Bell's work. All right, moving forward, we got Godspeed, Lane, and Win teamed up for this one. What are your thoughts here?
I like this one. This one's funny. I literally laughed out loud the first time I saw it on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Good pun, good art. I would definitely get this one.
Yeah, he's kind of uh uses the speed lines a lot, so it's finally cool to see him use one on one that's like that needs speed. So yeah, it's a cool piece. Can't really tell what kind of color this is. It's like a metallic iris, maybe, possibly, but yeah, it's an interesting hat for sure. Moving forward, number 4, Cosmic, Raphael. I believe he submitted some variation of this before. This might be a new colorway trying to get in, but Raphael's bringing this Cosmic. So, what are your thoughts on this?
Um, it just seems very familiar.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, it may have been a variation of it in the past, but it's very familiar. I mean, it's drawn well, and I think he was trying to convey like a X-ray
Mm-hmm.
type of scenario. But yeah, it's drawn well. It's great colors. Not something I would get personally. But yeah, cool piece.
Yeah, yeah. The skulls and space kind of motif has been beat pretty heavily. So, if you're gonna do something like this, I think it has to really come unique and really kind of shatter that mold. Um,
Yeah.
we appreciate the new colorway. I believe the other one was like a black and green, if I'm remembering it correctly. This one feels more kind of deep space with the kind of monochromatic blue. But yeah, it just right now it doesn't do enough for me to really want to push it through or want to see this through over some of the more creative stuff. But definitely a good piece. Like it's drawn nice. There's no real complaints other than the motif is a little bit overused, I would say. But yeah, strong piece. Number 5, Wound Up. Junker and Creature teamed up for this one. What are your thoughts here?
Oh, this one's fun. I like it. I like the colorway. Um, I like the little mouse character. Um, I don't know about the coffee. I mean, I get why it's there and why they used it and everything, but if it's a mechanical mouse, he's not going to be drinking coffee.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I like it.
Yeah. To me, it's really fun. It's just a real cool piece. Almost looks like it's painted on like a wood block or something like that. I just feel like it needs a little bit more movement. It feels a little stiff for like a rat that is almost like spinning its tires or has the the windy thing like spinning around, I do feel it's a little bit stiff. Maybe adding some pupils to the eyes might change it a little bit, but it's a smooth piece. Cool concept. I just feel like it's a little bit stiff. But yeah, good
Fair
piece.
enough.
I don't know how I would change it. Maybe make him lean more. Maybe change the direction of the smoke a little bit. Just have him kind of looking like one of those like old Rat Fink kind of comics, you know.
Yeah.
Just exaggerate the proportions a little bit, make it look like it's really pressing into the ground and ready to speed. But yeah, don't love the yellow under. Probably opt for like the gray that they used, but yeah, cool piece. Number 6, Folklore. Point X and Flashy got together for this like Loch Ness monster kind of scenescape. What are your thoughts on this?
It's fun. I like it. There's some stuff I don't like the I don't know, the moon kind of looks funny to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't feel like you need the campfire in the front. Um, I don't feel like it does a whole lot for it, but I like the concept of it and the Nessie and the cryptids and that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, I think the moon could use a little bit more rework, or and like I said, the fire doesn't do anything for me. But
Yeah,
the rest of it I dig.
yeah. It's a smooth piece, but like when you're trying to like draw like a huge like landscape, it's so hard to do it with like detail on a hat, you know. So I don't know. I've also seen someone show like on the TikTok reel a side by side of a Nessie and a picture of a whale penis, and how like that might be the origins of the Loch Ness monster. People are just seeing whale dongs, so I can't unsee that anytime I see um something like this. But
Well, now
I,
I can't unsee it.
I mean, I don't know what you would type to make it pop up, but if you look at them side by side, it's the exact same shape. But yeah, yeah, I'm with you. You don't really need the fire. It throws everything off. I feel like the scale of everything, it feels a little bit off, because then you got like these almost trees in the front, a huge fire, then you got a bunch of water with Loch Ness monster, then you got the moon. Like I just feel like the whole scale of everything is just kind of off. But yeah, it's a smooth piece. You know, from far away you can kind of see what it is. It's done in like a monochrome kind of colorway. But yeah, I'm with you. Like the fire doesn't do nothing to add to the piece, I think. But yeah, Folklore. Number 7, we got Decoy, Rusty, and Seamus got together for this one. I believe this is Mud Brown. He went with the Mud Brown off of a suggestion I gave him, so that was pretty cool to see. What do you think of this Decoy? Pat?
It's awesome. Those two guys are just great. Seamus is incredible with like textures, and this is just another example of that. It's a great piece. Um, Maybe add the whittling knife next to it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but I don't really have any other notes.
Yeah, I love the colors. I
Yeah.
love the original one he had it on was closer to like a tan, and some of it did look a little bit muddy. So I suggested him to use either like this color, which is um, a burnt wood, or a walnut, even, to kind of just bump up the contrast to let your figure kind of just take center stage. I did suggest monotone, but he went two tone, which is fine. The green and that kind of that rust orange screams like kind of outdoorsy hunting, so I'm okay with that. But yeah, it's a cool piece. He does a great job at making like kind of mundane, kind of regular objects seem really cool, and I can't wait to like see
Yeah.
how this would embroider. I think he did a great job.
No doubt.
Number 8, snakes, Matt Bells and Whistles. So again with this kind of like trapped, kind of like oh shit series, like
Yeah.
just like men getting in trouble. What are your thoughts on snakes?
Um, I like this one a lot. I like this one better than the previous Matt Bells we looked at earlier.
Hmm.
Um, I would definitely vote for this one and also buy this one. Um, I like the funky green under, the funky green button,
Yep.
the color of the snakes. Um, I like he in the description he even threw in I think it was an Indiana Jones reference about why did it have to be snakes? Well, yeah, I like this piece a lot.
Yeah, he's doing a great job at kind of just telling cool stories. Um,
Yeah,
he had his original kind of I would say like mythical fantasy series last year, where it was just like a lot of characters that we knew, like um the different like wizards and different clerics and no necromancers, stuff like that. These are more of like a scene where it's kind of telling a story. So I do find it kind of interesting. I do like how he plays with the shadows too. So it's instead of like showing you the whole snake, you're just seeing like different
yeah,
aspects of it too, with the light source being the torch there. So
yeah. I was gonna say that too. I really like the light work he used.
yeah, so like this one makes it's more forgivable that it's like just like a kind of like a really simplistic silhouette of a character because of like the lighting and stuff like that. To me, that's a little bit more passable than the other one that was just kind of like a floating figure.
Agreed.
Yeah, I think you did a great job. Good job, Matt. Moving forward, we got Sunday Helmet by Eklund Art. What are your thoughts on this one?
I like this one. This one's fun. It's funny. It's fun. It's very summery and baseball, and who doesn't love to get ice cream at the baseball game? Um, yeah, I definitely vote for this one, and I would buy this one too.
Yeah, he has like two versions of almost the same character. He's got this one, Sunday Helmet, and the other one, which is like a nacho guy, so nacho helmet. So maybe he's like starting a series of like kind of like ballpark foods, which would be really cool.
Yeah,
Uh,
that would be cool.
yeah, so I like it, and he's showing a lot of his progress. So from like sketch to Procreate and to Photoshop with like I love like just as a fan of um the art and the process. I just love seeing kind of like the steps that these guys take
Yeah, it's
to the final
interesting.
process. Yeah, yeah, I could watch that stuff all day. But yeah, great job, great job. Number 10, Hopeless Romantic. We got Sunlove Scott in the crits again. What are your thoughts on this one?
This one is different, and I mean that in a good way. Um, I really like this one. At first, I was like, I don't know, and the longer I looked at it, I really started liking it. Um, it's like simplistic, but at the same time, it's complex, if that makes any sense.
Hmm.
Um, I like the colors he chose, the outline of the skull and the like rose kind of color, and then the green under. But
Yeah,
yeah, I like this design a lot.
yeah, it's a cool kind of like piece to me. To me, I don't read like Hopeless Romantic with this, but if you're just looking at it strictly from an art perspective, it is like an interesting piece. Um, the skull's kind of inverted in like the normal way you're used to seeing, being black with white outlines as opposed to white with black outlines. But yeah, it's definitely an interesting piece for sure. It's almost like it's done like a screen print almost. So he does leave space for a lot of it. If this negative space is actually embroidered, that Casey and the team can kind of go in and embroider a lot of these different textures to make it feel
Yeah,
the skull. So that would be kind of cool. Um, But yeah, it's interesting to see his progression as an artist. Some of these like smaller gears are going to be super hard to embroider potentially. So either I would reduce the number of gears, um, or just give more space for them potentially. But yeah, it's an interesting piece. Number 11, Shock Drop, Seamus. What are your thoughts on this?
It's a hat on a hat.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I like the colors. I like the black and yellow.
Yeah.
Um, I don't really. I mean, I get it, but I don't get it at the same time. Uh, the shock drop, the clink shock drop. I guess it's a pun on that.
Yeah, it's just kind of like a visual representation, I guess, of a shock drop, an actual hat,
Yeah,
just with the lightning and stuff like that.
yeah,
Yeah, I like this piece. He asked me for a couple suggestions in the DMs on how to kind of show that as a shock drop. I know he wanted to do it a different way, but saw that someone else had done a Zeus, so he kind of like went away from that and respectfully tried to do it in another way. And he added these kind of swoosh lines with the lightning, and I think it's pretty cool. Um, it almost feels like it's kind of backwards though. I would probably flip this horizontally to make it run the other way, but either other than that, I think it's a smooth little piece. Now I don't know if enough people will understand it. So potentially it could be a cool like side patch or even pin potentially.
yeah. I could see that.
It's not good enough to drop um, that way, but yeah, it's an interesting piece for sure by Seamus. Moving forward, we got Arabian Unicorn. This is a 2.0. It was interesting to see him move so fast to do a second version of this one. Original one, if I'm remembering correctly, had like the silhouette of the unicorn and then the animal plus the scene in it.
Yeah,
I like this one a lot, the way he's kind of simplified it. So, what are your thoughts?
yeah. I like this one a lot more than the original version. The original version wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. It's
Yeah,
just I like this one better.
yeah, yeah. To me, the original one wasn't. It wasn't that it was bad. It was just it was a lot. It was a lot of stuff kind of just jammed into one space with the silhouette and then the scene and the
Yeah,
landscape. This one, you're using. He made smart moves, so it's like the rust color. He wanted to show the sand. Now you just have the hat color show the sand. He wanted to show that people might have mistaken this for a unicorn back in the day because of like how it looks horizontally. So I love the fact that he used that shadow to show the unicorn. So I don't know, just a really smart piece, really smooth. And this could, extend to other animal nicknames. He could do that for you know, um, other types of animals too. Potentially, this could be like a really cool shadow series.
yeah,
The nickname of an animal to the actual animal. Um, I don't know. I'm thinking like Tasmanian devil. Let's say, right? You have the Tasmanian devil, and then like a silhouette of a devil, or that's just off the top of my head. I don't know, hammerhead shark maybe, hammerhead. I don't know, but like whatever. Like just I'm just spitting
yeah,
off the top, but just to find cool like nicknames for animals and then just have them be represented as the shadow would be like a really cool kind of series, I think. Number 13, Investigator. COD and Italu are back with this one. What are your thoughts here?
I like this one. Um, Good pun. Um, Solid design. Um, I don't really have anything negative to say about it.
Yeah.
I like the colorway.
Yeah. Navy and green always looks so good, and it's got that kind of pop color with that goldish yellow.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. It's definitely solid together.
Yeah.
Gators drawn excellent.
Yeah. To me, it's a smooth piece, but I don't really like, to me personally, I don't really associate like taking pictures with your cell phone as something like an investigator would do, or like even a policeman. Probably would use like maybe like a magnifying glass, maybe potentially. Um, but yeah, I like the colors. I like the way that it's um colored. Gray bottom, green, navy, yellow. It's a really smooth piece for sure. Good pun, like you said, investigator. I just kind of argue with the tool a little bit, but other than that, I think it's a really, really good piece.
Yeah.
Number 14, Beyond the Mirror. Sawed Off Samurai teamed up with Ryan Simmons animation for this one. What are your thoughts?
I like the concept. I love Ryan Simmons. He's awesome. He's an awesome artist. It's got a lot going on.
Yeah.
Um, I like it, but I think it needs another rework, maybe.
Okay.
I don't know what I don't like about it, but I don't know. I don't know. I like it, but I don't. I love the concept. I think it's a really cool concept. Um, but I don't know. There's just something about it I can't put my finger on.
Right. I just think there isn't enough like good and evil almost to this. I think like this, if I were to change it, I would make this one good side, not so scratched up, but just kind of normal looking and smiling maybe, and then just have this side just be kind of all fucked up and broken.
Yeah, that
Um,
might work.
that way you just kind of show that like that like laugh now cry later, or the they kind of um well put together happy side with like the kind of like the dark demons that he's battling. I just would like a little bit more contrast that way, but it's definitely an interesting subject that they're looking to kind of capture.
Yeah, I like your idea there. I think that would be good. I think that would work.
All right. Um, moving forward, 15, we got Deadly. This is another rework by Milos. I think last week he had um, the snake kind of going through the mouth and then through the eye holes, I believe.
Yep.
And then he reworked this one. What are your thoughts here?
This one's solid. I like it a lot better. The 2.0 over the 1.0.
Mhm.
Um, Snake looks stronger, Skull looks stronger. Um, it's just an overall improvement. It's definitely a cool piece and great art.
Mhm. This was one that he definitely watched the show and DM'd me about making some changes to it, and I threw out the idea of having it just kind of coil a little bit differently and more naturally.
Yeah.
I do love how he kind of implemented the changes. I would probably opt to want to see the fill of the skull white just to kind of to bump up the contrast a little bit. But I do like how he coiled it better. For me, like to try to explain what I was talking about, and shout out to Milos for taking it to DM and kind of go back and forth to ideate different ideas and stuff like that. But I was just trying to explain to him like how it would coil naturally more differently than how he had it originally. I think because like the original kind of like bent in a natural way.
Yeah.
So shout out to him for being like a flexible artist and ready to take kind of feedback and ready to try again. So I hope this one makes it, man. And yeah, it was just cool to be part of the process and kind of throw out some ideas and um, different and just to find different reference materials just for me to be able to visualize what I was talking about. It was a cool kind of process to be involved in. So shout out to Milos for this one. Definitely a cool rework, and he reworked that one so fast too. I feel like that. I think it was like just last week that we reviewed it, so
Yeah.
that it's already in there. Just shows how quick he is to it. So good on him. Number 16, Darkness. What are your thoughts here, Heather?
I like this piece. As a horror fan, I would definitely get this. Um, I really don't have anything negative to say about it.
Mhm.
Um, as is, I would take it. I
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah. To me, initial thoughts that it's very dark, but I mean
Yeah,
it's named darkness, so kind of get what you asked for. But um, I probably would want to see it the contrast bumped up a little bit, so you can kind of.
yeah, I can see that.
But yeah, it is an interesting take on it. You got the coffin shape silhouette thing. Don't love the bat at the top, just kind of aesthetically. Um, kind of
Like
looks like
the
a
bat head at the top.
yeah,
Oh,
kind of
that's
like a demon almost more than bat. I'm not sure, but yeah,
oh, I kind of like it up there.
yeah. All right, fair enough. You got darkness. All right, number 17, Savannah Sluggers, Ink Park. What are your thoughts here?
This is a cool one. I like that. Um, Definitely could see this as like a minor league logo.
Hmm.
It looks like it's ripped directly from milb.com.
Right.
Um, strong character. Um, cool piece. I like it a lot.
Yeah. For me, like anytime I see a hat like that, I know it's Ink Park. I know that's an Ink Park piece. Um, we saw. I think Mr. Carmen had a an elephant holding a like a bat last week, and this is an interesting take on it with Ink Park's kind of entry 3/4 pose almost. Yeah, it's smooth like the colorway. I think this is a resubmit with different colors. I don't know if I love the text. Like I like the fact that it has cool and kind of like this could kind of like wood grain kind of texture. I do like it, but I don't know. I think something about it being so like ripped apart and the roots and stuff like that. I know it's like realistic, but I think it kind of takes away a little bit from the design. Although like I know that it's like kind of realistic. Like elephants do this; they rip trees apart, right? So I don't know. Sometimes my brain can be a little nitpicky, but yeah, it's definitely a cool piece. Dark brown, red is kind of a cream color. It looks good together.
Yeah,
And
no
like you
doubt.
said, it could be a minor league team for sure.
No doubt.
I probably will look to extend the trunk, the tusks a little bit, and make the trunk a little bit less kind of rubbery. But that's nitpicking at that point. Good job, Ink Park. Number 18, we got Fangs out. 14-8. What are your thoughts here?
I like 14.8. I'm a fan. I like this piece. I don't know about the coloration.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know. I like it. It's just got a lot of different colors going on for me.
Yeah. It's always interesting to see his style, right? He almost draws
Yeah.
like this is going to be like a tattoo, It's like almost
Yeah.
like almost like a traditional tattoo style. Unfortunately, he picked like a subject matter that just doesn't aesthetically look good. It's like a bat, like a bat face, like they're so ugly to begin with. And he did not do this guy any favors. He still is ugly. So it's just a matter of like, do you like creepy kind of stuff, or or do you not? Right. So this is just one of those kind of pieces. But yeah, it's definitely an interesting piece for sure. Uh, we're seeing a lot of this kind of like either Vegas gold or kind of tan kind of colors with black. So I don't mind that colorway. Um, but yeah, I'm kind of it's interesting. I can see this being a tattoo more than I can see it being a hat design, to be honest.
Yeah, 100%.
But all right, good job, Neil. Number 19, we got Skeleton Crew. What are your thoughts here?
JD the Ghost. I like this. I like this design. I saw this on Instagram. I think it's fun. I like the neon colors, like the construction vests.
Yep.
Real bright. I love the contrast with the black. Uh, and everybody's had to work with a skeleton crew if they work in a team-based environment
Hmm.
before. So it's definitely something you can relate to. Um, yeah, I like this one. I would vote for this one definitely.
Definitely a cool piece. This is gonna be a piece that you wish that Clink could get their hands on some type of like 3M reflective threading, like to work off of that kind of gray.
Oh yeah, that would be cool.
That'd be so rad. I just feel like this lacks a little bit of maybe like a shape to kind of hold it together, make it look like a badge or some type of shape to kind of hold them together. So that's just not just such an abrupt ending. Maybe make it look like some type of badge, maybe. But yeah, it's an interesting piece. There's just not a lot of movement or not a lot of it just seems really stiff and really firm. But it is a cool idea for sure. That's for sure. Number 20, Hellraiser, Levi and Wynn teamed up for this piece again. This is a new piece of art, but I do remember them doing. Maybe it was just Wynn by himself, but he had that kind of like this version, but not as a skull in blue last year, if you remember.
Yeah, I remember.
What are your thoughts on this?
I like it. It's reminiscent of the one you spoke of. Um, but yeah, I like the red as opposed to the blue. I like the color combination. Um, kind of like that red under with the mauve or burgundy or whatever that is on the visor.
Yeah.
That looks good. The devil character is uh pretty cool looking. When the fiery smoke, I like that. Yeah, it's a cool piece.
Yeah. To me personally, I just don't know if it's like different enough from the original.
Yeah.
But it is like a cool piece of art, that's for sure. Just a lot of the similar elements and aspects from his last one. It's not different enough other than the fact that he's a skeleton and he's like dead as opposed to the other dude was alive. But yeah, it's an interesting take. It's almost like he's just like made a remix of his own like piece, but then didn't really extend the series to me. But
Yeah.
yeah, definitely a cool piece for sure. All right, and then moving forward, Clink just put out this promo. So until Wednesday to get in on this this special, this promo basically. So any two fresh colorways, you'll get them for $88. So the way that they did it is the first hat's at regular price and the second hat I think is like $23. So it is a really cool way to catch some fresh colorways for a reduced cost. Basically, all dollars spent enters you into a drawing for all expenses paid trip to San Diego for the opening party. So that's exciting. Prize includes airfare for two, hotel for 2 nights, and $150 per diem. No limit to the number of fresh colorways per customer, and sale ends on Wednesday, September 3rd at midnight Pacific. So help them finish the speakeasy. Cool picture of Lewis here. I'm working to get him potentially on featured guest on one of the shows. So it was cool. We got a little glimpse of kind of who he is and his personality on the last live that the Clink Room did on Wednesday, I believe. So he should be an interesting guest to have on this platform.
Yeah.
Sure.
That was fun. I hope they do that again and it
Yeah.
becomes a regular thing.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. You could tell certain things made Casey uncomfortable. But he did his I think he did his best to kind of address everything. But there's some things that didn't get fully talked about, but I still think he did a good job for sure.
Yeah, no doubt.
But yeah, all right. So next week though, there will be another kind of a curator pack. I have one of them in this package here. So the collaborator, one second, opted not to be on the show this week, which is fine. Hopefully we can get him later, but it's someone who doesn't or isn't active on Instagram a lot. So I believe his name is Patrick, I want to say. But the drop will be renamed to PJ Deek. So, like a live reveal, right?
Right on.
So I have one of them in here, and then I have some feature stuff that I will
drum roll.
Won't be able to show. No, I can't show. You give me Joel. You give me Joel. You give me Joel. One of them for sure. Great packing. Okay, so we got some pre-orders in. So got Bloodbath. That's so good. Got Paper Cuts. I love how this one came out.
That one's slick.
With the fresh colorway. We got one we can't show off, so we'll lose that one. And another one we can't show off, so there's that one. And then this one. So this is one of 6 dropping in the PJ Geek pack. I hope. I mean, I would have loved to have him on the show and talk about it, but we got one of 6.
Oh, sweet.
Flanagan's piece. I have the original. I love how the embroidery came out. So breaking
that's
news.
Awesome.
Expect to see it. VIPs Monday. Made in Bangladesh. Yeah, that fits. Oh, that fits good. Anytime I hear or see made in Bangladesh, I get nervous for the sizing, but this one fits good. So hopefully the rest of them are like that.
Right on.
But yeah, fresh colorway, collector curation pack, and yeah, I'm excited. I'll show you those 2 off air, but I don't want to risk anything here. But Glenn, appreciate you taking the time to come on the show and kind of allow us to get to know you a little bit better. Where can people kind of connect with you?
Well, thanks for having me first and foremost. I'm on Instagram. I'm on the Facebook buy sell trade group all the time. Yeah, I'm on Instagram. Glen Coco 88, I think, is my handle on there. Something like that.
Something like that, you'll show up. Glen Coco.
Yeah.
But yeah. Thank you so much for being a really positive kind of influence within the community. Like I said, I had to get you on the show to kind of get to know you a little bit better. So I've always seen you around and kind of commenting. So yeah, I was glad we were able to kick it for about an hour or so. But yeah, for Glenn and Leon, we're out of here.
Right on.
Peace, everyone.
Eternal damnation. You're at the end of the world as you know it, my dude. Time is up and you out of mood, so what will you do? It's the BP mercenaries not here to